of course, we have a fight-tonight capability, and this is very clear. So if we have to go to a fight today, then we will do this. And I think this is very clear to all German soldiers, to all soldiers of the Federal Armed Forces. But we have to do it better, and we can do it better if we are fielding the material which we have already procured now. To take this material, and this will come within the next 2-3 years in there, then we are really prepared. Then we have done a huge step forward, and then we are prepared for the situation like you described it.
And do you have an idea of how much that's going to cost on an annual basis? How much that is going to call that military build-out? Well,
the 100 billion euro, often so-called extra budget, what we got from the Parliament since 22, this was basically not more than filling up a little bit the pit hole, which we have had over the last 10 or 12 years at least, but even longer, since the end of the Cold War. In looking this would mean, and it's not that much about numbers for me, it's much more about having a steady increase and the reliability, not only for the forces to be able to plan, but also for defense industry to know what they can produce next year and to ramp up their production.
And of course, the hardware is only one side of it. There's also the question of manpower, having enough people, qualified people that are able to do everything that you require of them in the event of the worst. Do you think that there's a situation here in Germany where will you need to have more people brought into the military? Is there a conversation that will need to happen potentially in the future about conscription or potential temporary military service for the youth?
Well, there's a discussion, of course, since last year or early last year, since we know what NATO is asking us in question of personnel to bring in. For me, it's really clear that we at least need 460,000 of personnel. If you look into the number of personnel at the moment, we are having 200,000, a little bit less than this. We have a part reserves or reserves in there, but we still have a lack of at least 100,000. So we have to fill this gap, and this will come with a kind of, I would say, conscription service light, doing it at the moment more on a voluntary basis. This was a discussion up to now. For me, it's necessary to ramp up and to get this 100,000 personnel in there. For me, it doesn't matter if it comes out of a full voluntary conscription service, so to speak, or if it comes out of an old-style conscription. So we will see after the elections coming up next week, we will see how the political landscape will shape and what of different models, and I've seen that all the parties are going with a conscription model, kind of, and we will see what will upcoming there. We are in the military, we are prepared to go either in the one or in the other direction,